Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend. I don't know if it's a long weekend for everyone else, but it's a Monday and it's Labor Day. And I'm in a situation where I can't cover 66 years of the game. And if I want to get this to 1444, then I need to get it going, especially because I'm not going to be able to stream on Friday. I'll have to stream on like the 6th or maybe even the 7th. But to everybody who isn't particularly understanding of what's going on here, we played the game starting as Count Albrecht. He had one kid, or two daughters. He died during the crusade, and then we had to play this person. And through a bunch of untimely deaths, we managed to, within a couple generations, become the Archduke of Austria without declaring any hostile wars. Then Kaiser Deadsnake got elected the Holy Roman Empire, and it's really hard to even fathom everything that happened. Give Me a Wand lived for a long time. He was the King of England. There was a weird succession thing where hey, I don't know, man. How are you? There's a weird succession thing where his daughter was technically on the throne, but then somehow he got into power. This not Kaiser Deadsnake. I think it was Gerhard. This guy was a mass murderer, and he died of a plague that spawned right on top of him. Kaiser Deadsnake wasn't nearly as bad, but he was still kind of bad. It's because 30 intrigue, right? I think it's the largest intrigue you've ever had in a character. Anyway, so we may not have been able to play Archduke Give Me One. He drank himself to death during a crusade or something while I was about to die. And I, by sheer luck, managed to get Kaiser Deadsnake II onto the throne of the Holy Roman Empire. He inherited it in 1361, and he was born 1354. So he was not old enough. He was 7 years old, and he was the ruler of the Holy Roman Empire. We had a lot of people declare wars against us for different reasons. Some of them were things like, I want to become independent like this person, or was it might have been her who wanted to become independent. Anyway, there's a lot of people who revolted against our rule, and we've had to, in several different ways, put them down. And now we are in a very interesting situation where we're 24 years old, we're quick, we have a wife with good stats, especially this town maven thing and the intrigue courtier. She has a bunch of claims on all these Spanish kingdoms, so we can get the dynasty back in Spain. We're soulmates, so we have a bunch of kids that we'll be having a lot more kids. And we can divert all these kids to be in different thrones. For the longest time, I was doing no hostile wars. But I recently realized that I kind of have to do some hostile wars in order for this game to work. I had some instances where, this guy who ended up ruling in Valois, I could have pressed his claim to the duchy here, but I ended up not doing that because he's not a part of my dynasty. So I put I put somebody in charge of Hungary here. I put a Hapsburg in charge of West Slavia. They even have a little exclave here in de jure Austria. I wasn't able to revoke it from them before declaring the war. And my grandmother, she's 90, and she's about to die, and I'll inherit Pomerania. So there's a lot of dynastic things that we've done to consolidate the realm. So like I said in my last last stream, my goals are to expand the Holy Roman Empire, but not too much. Honestly, this is actually a pretty good Holy Roman Empire so far. I don't think I really want to expand more than this. Maybe I'd want to take Ireland, maybe round out the borders. But the round out the borders where? It would be nice if we controlled the entire Italian peninsula to dunk on the Eastern Roman Empire, which, by the way, is going to be our priority number one, is dunking on the Eastern Roman Empire. We do not want them to exist. Yet Navarra used to be conquerors, and now we're in a situation like this. Our wife could technically become the ruler if there was a lot of deaths. I don't know if we want to do that, though. We might just do some cheeky wars. But even then, I'm not sure. If the Holy Roman Empire, I want it to be Germany, maybe parts of France, Pomerania and Samagotia here, sure. I want the Germans to be united. We have the Dano-Saxons up here that have completely destroyed the previous Danish culture. There's no more Danish culture. It's just Dano-Saxons. They're completely Germanized. I want to spread the culture in ways through like hybrid cultures. So I want to give the kingdom titles out that I have to people of my dynasty and my culture. So that way they could potentially form some hybrid cultures. There's no guarantee that they'll actually be German heritage. It could be that they are like West Germanic. Like I had one time lapse that I watched where English, the people in England, even though they were Hapsburgs, they were still like English. So, but that was interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But my hope is that the next crusade that we do, it'll be a fourth crusade, and that fourth crusade will destroy the Eastern Roman Empire. And even if there isn't, we got to take measures we need to take things into our own hands and find ways to destabilize this realm. Last session, we took a bunch of de jure territories, so that helped out a lot. Another thing I want to do also is, even though I could claim the entirety of Sicily because they are my dynasty, I'd rather focus on taking the papacy out and at least integrate them into the Holy Roman Empire for stability reasons. But other than that, we are going to play as role play. And who is this character? So this character, he had a really touching event. I think it's even still a thing. Parental determination. This character is determined to be there for their child because while they were growing up, their father and mother died. And he didn't want to give his children the same fate. So he became a determined parent. And I think that's really sweet. I don't think that this guy is going to be anywhere near as conniving or warmongering as his brethren or his descendants. He's Midas touched. He's an eager reveler. He's patient and stubborn and forgiving. So his intrigue is low. His stewardship is high. He's going to be the builder. And he's going to bring as much development into this region as possible. So that's what we're going to do. It's a nice chill session today. I'm sure I'll find a way to min-max it or whatever somehow. We'll see. But we have a lot of titles that we need to figure out here. So we have Duchy Tyrol, and we don't have anything up here. So we could give these away. But I don't want to give them away to just anybody. I could probably get these baronies. I'll give these baronies out, and then I'll hold on to those titles directly, and that'll be good. But if you notice, we're pretty stressed out, and we got to deal with that because I think that stubborn might even make it worse, or we just had bad luck. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, big no fire indeed. Interesting. Oh, we want the stress loss increase. That was good. So this guy who's not even my dynasty, I think he overthrew a member of my dynasty to become king. He wants to not have his title revoked. We're not accepting that. So Vienna is the envy of the world, and Hohenberg the field of Baron. He's patient, so he wouldn't just want to have the but he's stubborn. So stubborn, wouldn't it be like, actually no, it should be no. We'll just go with it would. What's going on here? Bavarian exaltation. Amstetten encouraged to abandon our customs and adopt Tyrol ways. Let's preserve our practices and remain true to our forebrothers. Let's just do that. It's hard to know how the stubborn thing will really play out. I don't know how I have so much gold though. Like, what happened here? Is this really just because of my high stewardship, or did we earn this in the crusade that, by the way, immediately fell to the Abbasids? Like, the Catholics have consolidated Northern Africa, but this is still an issue, like roleplay wise. And then there's also this big buffer of orthodoxy. Like, we don't want this. We want to take care of this. That's the roleplay I'm going with anyway. Makes sense to me. Oh, I have an entrenched regency. Is that no? Okay, so we still are one over the limit here, but we can just give away a barony. But we need to be buffing out everything that we can, even our baronies. So we'll just quickly go through this. Did not notified? Oh, the reason why you didn't get notified is because I like basically immediately went live after, because I just realized that it would make a lot of sense to do a stream like this. So the best way to stay notified about my uploads is joining my Discord, which I should probably have linked in this thing. I don't. I mean, I really should. Oh, this is interesting. Is this guy? No, they don't have the Lancaster, so that's... And another cool thing I think is going to be interesting about this character is that he grew up in England. I don't know if he knows the English language. Yeah, Anglic, yeah. So he's like actually like he might be really attached to England. We'll see though. I don't have a claim on this title, do I? No, but this guy tried to become independent, so I should probably take that away from him and then develop London. Oh my god, look at all these inactive... We have a lot to do here. Oh, wait, what is this? Dismantle Greek pretenders. So if I... Oh, excuse me. But what does this do? Destroy. So this doesn't conquer it. Oh, why is Poland owner? No, I'll take a look at that in a second. So if I own all these things, I could just dismantle the... Okay, so maybe we'll do it that way. They don't. It just looks like that color-wise. But interestingly, the Kingdom of Novgorod took out these Mongols that migrated into Finland, which is a very interesting thing that happened here. So I could send him to someone else's university. I could send him to my university. We're gonna send our kids to university. As we have the money to spare. I don't know if I ever had this much money before. But let's not do that one. Let's have a feast. Oh, the reason why I have a lot of stress is because I was trying to get a upgraded version of the stewardship thing. So we'll just have a feast in our capital and see how that goes. I'll give me a wand. Interesting. That woman has a claim on the wait, my neighbor won against the French conquest of the Duchy of Munster. Interesting. Yeah, we really don't want these French empires to exist. We basically want to destroy any empire that doesn't have a Hapsburg on it. 13. Let's give this to a English noble. Really? Another one? What's going on here? It's a barony, so we'll just give that away. Oh, is a barony up here that was the problem. Let's do that. How's everyone doing? A lot of inheritances going on here. I like the idea of him like probably even being like maybe too involved. There's a university I can bring in Cambridge. Yeah, I guess so. This court event. Well, yeah, wait. We need to give myself a good... So diplomacy... But don't we have stewardship ones? Intrigue, diplomacy, learning, diplomacy, warfare, Hapsburg Chronicles, monthly diplomacy, okay. Yeah, so it's just diplomacy. Okay, well, maybe we'll do diplomacy soon. I think I will go, yeah, I want to go the high authority, just because my character, he doesn't really have a lot of trust in all of his vassals, and he wants to figure it out for himself. We're gonna spread Tyrol. Oh wow, Tyrol is even being spread into Hungary here. I guess it makes sense because the king is Hungarian. This culture is tolerated by me. So because I picked that event, I can't change culture in Bavarian counties. Okay. So I guess we'll just improve the development of Vienna still. We want to get legendary figure. Interesting. I do want to get rid of this guy though. We can start a legend. It probably is worth it, especially with the development that we can do. But what would we do? Guardian? No. Roman heritage? No. Mighty endeavor for Hapsburg? Yeah, I guess it's extra development. Yeah, extra development, and yeah. So we'll just do that. Do we? Yeah, we do. And from myself. So this character is going to be like extremely powerful. In fact, like it's almost like I've been thinking about it. I've even been considering the next time that I oh wow. Shadow over Viennois isn't, no, it's over here. Well, that's a really bad one though. I might, if I get the opportunity to become the Latin Emperor, I would probably start playing the Latin Empire, just so that I have a different thing going on. Okay, we'll imprison her. Another thing that I've been thinking about doing is if I conquer land off of Serbia, I mean Serbia, France here, I would if it's Burgundy, I wouldn't want it to be I wouldn't want it to be Burgundian. I would try to get the people here to form the oh my god, I can't talk. The Switzerland. I want them to form Switzerland. Just because I think it would be pretty cool to see. Let's make sure that we have a bunch of people as knights successors. Probably want to get a grand tournament going on, because those wars were really tough, but they were won because my knights were so powerful. Especially here, you can see the buffs that we got from having them increased the amount of men-at-arms that we could even control. So it's kind of unfortunate that we don't have that right now. Oh, I want her to become very much pregnant several times over, get a bunch of kids. I might even, it could be interesting to have an adventure by the very, very end and then try to get them to do something. Tail Kaiser Frederick was destroyed. Interesting. Nominate successor? Okay, because this person got deposed? Why can't I still have them be elected, though? Why is this guy the Duke of Brabant? How did he become Duke of Brabant? Oh, did I give it to him? I think I might have given this title to him recently. He's not bad. He has 2 good traits and he's ambitious. Might as well continue that. So we'll have that branch of the dynasty to go down. Interesting that he has Ayyubid blood in him. How did that happen? Oh, that's a very interesting story. But it is interesting because if we play as him, then the title would still go to my son. So maybe I should try to elect my son. Not my first son. No, yes, my first son here. There. I might even consider making it my second son if he has a more interesting thing than a learning style. I wouldn't want him to be learning. I want him to be stewardship. Because we have enough going on already. Patient? I guess that is good, but we don't need the stress. Primary heirs of the wrong dynasty. Yeah. We'll lose the Holy Roman Empire if I die right now, but I'm not hoping... I'm not counting on that. Let's just keep building up everything. The big one, huh? See if we can get to this grand tournament that our dynastic kinsman is having. And then on the way home, we can go on a little adventure, get a bunch of traveler traits. One of my favorite things to do is get a bunch of traveler traits. It gives you a bunch of different lifestyle experience and a bunch of different things. Then you can get a lot of benefit. Well, look at this, Kaiser. This is, oh yeah, guys. Do you remember the stack wipe that we did against the Byzantine Empire, the Battle of Pasnin? Mounted on expert defense in the incoming army of the Basileus, they tired each other up, and in the end, the Tyrol enveloped the enemy and shattered the morale of their opponents. Despite significant losses, Basile-Leon managed to organize a strategic retreat. That's a historical revisionism. He lost literally everything, and that was le epic. But yeah, I really like that. I love that feature of the game. And there's also these awesome traits here. So they give a lot of extra development. We want Vienna to be one of the most populated countries in the world. Okay, interesting. Nice to see people coming into the stream, even though I didn't have any sort of strategy for this. It's nice to see that people are engaging with this content. So the legend is decently spreading, but we need it to spread more. We need it to spread more. Yeah, there we go. Did I do it though? Beast wounds you. Okay, but I lost the trait. That's good. Yeah, we want to win as many things as possible. Hopefully our knights came too and we can get a bunch of traits, but we don't have here the Knight of England. What does this one do? Marauder, Manipulator. Yeah, never mind. We don't want this one. Let's make a new one. Archer? No, we don't want any of that. Boamu. Who are you? Wait, nope, doesn't matter. Huntsmaster, Thug. Nope. Potlicker, Huntsmaster. No, it seems like we're getting a lot of the weird ones now. Fanatic. We don't want Thug. There's Potlicker, but Huntsmaster being number one. How are we doing this? Here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, we got the Kingdom of Pomerania now. Oh. And they're fighting on Pomeranian claim on Greater Grow Poland. Okay. If this is a member of our dynasty, this war just kicked off. I'm not sure what to do here. It would be nice to have the extra titles, but now like I have an entire kingdom that I need to give to someone. Interesting though is that this Duke of Nordmark, he's been somebody who's been running this place for a really long time. And he's Saxon, so we could have him spread a hybrid culture potentially through the Pomeranians here. If we give him the kingdom title, then it could be interesting. But then again, do we want all these kingdoms? We don't really want a lot of kingdom titles, so we might even just destroy the kingdom title. Yeah, sucks. But look, this way now we don't have to worry about a big kingdom vassals, and we can have a nice, pretty splattering of a bunch of different vassals all over the place. I do kind of want to give this to Void because it's technically his birthright. So we'll just do the Duke. Yeah, look at that. Such a very developed region too. So he'll have this region. It kind of maybe I'll give him the kingdom after all. Actually, that was a big mistake. We want the culture to be hybridized. So, but then again, this guy is going to be so powerful. I'll just wait. I want to wait. But this war, we're going to fight it, I think. Do I really want it? What does it even give me? It'll give me this entire duchy. What do you guys think? Should I be fighting this war, even though he's like Maybe we'll just beat him back a bit to show him what's what, and then call it a day. Teutonic Brotherhood. Mercenaries? Why do I have mercenaries? Well, we'll just quickly take care of this. Grand tournament cancelled. Because he's allied to the Basilius? Well, it doesn't matter for us. We're going to get a bunch of experience and traits here this way. Yeah, I gave it to his son, so we should be okay. This sucks, but minus 10 there, but look, we're going to get this and we'll be good. Washing the lamb is interesting. We can't afford to miss any opportunities to develop. We have so much money, we need to be using it. Especially if we're getting that that other thing that makes us really good at making money. So, like the stewardship bonuses. Well, you got the traveler trait. I think we'll just no, I won't wipe this that. What do you guys think? Should we go for this? Should we try to conquer the Greater Polish Duchy, or should we just move on? I might just move on if I don't hear anything else. Bellum Justum. Serve the Crown. Serve the Crown is so good when you aren't going anything like that. Or Profiteer? Yeah, let's do that. Why is it 84? What? Oh, no, it's enforced demands. That makes more sense. Kind of like the borders without the duchy. Yeah, I agree. It also makes sense that we wouldn't want to be like stepping on our dynasty's toes. So we'll just show them what's what. Just so that we don't seem like we're week. And then we'll just call it a day. Turbo 9 says go for it though, so I don't know. No, we'll just do white peace. I agree. It's kind of like we're trying to do peaceful, and it's not in the roleplay to be fighting our dynastic kinsmen. It would be, hey, I'd go for it too. Hi, Lord Hammersea. Sorry, I ended up doing it. Yeah, I ended up not doing it because I don't know. Like we're brothers, you know. Like we're dynastic brothers. The Habsburg dynasty is dominating. We don't want to have brother wars when we could be destroying the Eastern Roman Empire. Speaking of destroying the Eastern Roman Empire, we can seize a peripheral duchy, which could be fun, and then we could take this and the borders would look nicer, but do we really want to do that? I don't know. It would be nice to get the Kingdom of Croatia, and then we could have de jure wars for the entire thing. This little Veneto thing is a little bit of an eyesore. I want to vassalize Venice, but it's kind of hard to do that and keep them a yeah, the HRE is pretty huge. Yeah, we did some conquering, but we're not going to be conquering too much. I just want the Eastern Roman Empire to be dissolved. I don't really care about all the little statelets that show up afterwards. Like it would be nice to get this guy as a vassal. 4 what? Really? If I get my powerful vassals to like me more, then there won't be a problem. So I'll try to get them to like me more. Now, this spy master guy, he's even excommunicated. But there is something I want to do. I want to take the Kingdom of Romanga, and that requires claiming Spoleto, which I can claim. She's matrilineally married, so it's still going to be in our dynasty. But we are going to push a claim here. We're not pushing this guy's claim, not this guy's claim. I'm just looking at these ones. No, none of these claims. We're just pushing our claim, and then that way we'll have enough realm to take the kingdom. Then we'll be able to take the kingdom, make it a primary part of the Holy Roman Empire, and then take it out. Your game is running completely smooth and effectively also streaming. That's awesome. Yeah, I made this computer to play like even Victoria 2 really when it first came out. Not that I play, oh sorry, Victoria 3. Not that I really play Victoria 3 that much. But it also sort of became my work computer when I realized that I could do this whole YouTube thing. So that's why I only really get to play this with this really epic computer when I am doing a stream, because otherwise I'm just I don't know how to describe it. I could totally bribe him to being a vassal. Well, the thing is that I don't have much. Oh, it's only 78, so maybe I could actually do that. 1. Oh my God! If it's a low, look at this. This one little county, Kingdom of Moldavia. That's so cute. And then we can, de jure claim this, and then this eastern blob up here will be cut off, which could work. But then I could maybe even make the kingdom here independent after. Oh wow, look at this. Hungary de jure drifted that duchy of Bukovina into their realm. That's interesting. Why do you hate me so much? He wants Frankfurt, the bishopric remains in Klinberg. Why? Because you are the Duke of West Franconia. Okay, and I don't control that oh, I do. No, this guy's a duke, so then what? What is this? County of Frankfurt. Really? Okay. This guy's kind of a problem. Like, maybe I'll just keep him around because why not? But like that's a lot of negatives. I'll sway him. We have the ability to sway 2 people, so we could do that. Even though this guy is kind of not the best, I'll sway him because he's my spy master. I could make the Empire Carpathia, and I do not want to do that because that would suck. The Carpathian Empire seems really weird too. So we're just gonna. Oh, we should probably maybe consider hosting a grand tournament of our own. But maybe we should do a pilgrimage because then we can get our kids those epic traits. Oh wait, really? Oh, we already have it. And we're already a wanderer. That's awesome. We're a wanderer too. So they came with me to that grand tournament, I guess. It makes sense. You can't really just leave your toddlers at home. Well, I'm sure you could if you're a feudal lord and you could have... Oh, wow. Okay, so the Eastern Roman Empire is... Holy crap. Really falling apart here. We want them to continue to be extremely weak. New in the market PC, don't know what to do. Looking for... All that... On my work stuff, wanted to play CK through this smoothly. Well, I'll see if I can find my... oh... No, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do that. I was close, but I'm not doing that. It's too much. Eastern Roman Empire is almost completely surrounded the Black Sea. Yeah, besides this little thing and that little thing there, yeah. But we could prevent that if we take over all this kingdom territory here. Yeah, I know. I was even doing that like praying thing where you like hold both your hands up. We don't have too much time to circumvent though. We have a lot of time. We have a lot of things to kill. We gotta make good roleplay, but we also have to make good time. I want to destroy Byzantium too, but I'm not sure the best way to do it. Like maybe we could do tributary. Oh hey, look, give me a wand. It's already even named you. That we'll go with that because that's my dad's name. So we have really interesting dynastic names in this Cambridgeshire. Oh, Cambridgeshire turns Tyrol. Look at that, Tyrol and Cambridgeshire. That's hilarious. And I can reform it soon too. You can even look at that. There's a thing there that could increase the tributary taxes. Oh, grand wedding if we can leave in 7 days. Let's go. Not with that though. We'll do mercenary guards to make the trip faster. And then on the way back we can stop by the kingdom here. Speaking of the kingdom, we want the Danish to be back in the fold here, but we don't want them to not be Hapsburg, because then that's defeating the purpose of the whole roleplay. So we're going to do something about that. There we go. Look at all of that. Nice little diplomatic mission. Oh wait, we can also go here, and maybe we'll even stop at the Kingdom of Hungary too. Look at all of that. We're gonna get all these epic traits. Let's hurry. Yeah, it is worth it. We just need to be conscious of the decisions that we make here. Degraded. Oh. Yeah, we need a good Antiquitarian. Yeah, tutor is really important to have in this circumstance. I kind of wish that I didn't have to do this. Like, I just had to remember to do it every once in a while, and I always just pick the best guy. I kind of wish that it was automated in some way, but I understand there's important things, like you want to make sure that you're a court jester, or your bodyguards are people that you can actually trust, and actually like you, instead of just who might be best for the job or whatever. I understand that. Wait, why am I... Oh yeah, right, I'm fighting a war. I forgot. We want Spoleto so that we can take the kingdom, so that we can subjugate the Pope. Did I accidentally click an event where yeah. Hybrid Welsh Saxon. Central Germanic. Look at that. Talk about Anglo-Saxon, am I right, you guys? That's so crazy. That I don't know how to feel about that. Now we have to find a way to get these guys in the empire. Okay, so whoever ends up being the King of England, give me a wand. That makes sense. We could have them marry into this, but there's this stupid imbecile. Okay, yikes. So let's see if we can get this 12-year-old married to somebody of our dynasty. At that point, the age difference kind of makes sense for Dead Snake to be the guy. So we'll do that. Maybe we'll have Dead Snake be ruling England, but not be the person ruling the Holy Roman Empire. Oh my god, wasn't I right there? Look at that. I was so close. Oh my god. I was like, you guys see that? I guess I was too greedy trying to get both of these visits here. So we're not going to go back in shame. We're going to do what we set out to do. Take all these little stops on the way. Get all this traveler experience. And then we go home. There, now we're going this way. So now we got all that. So open-minded, different culture. We don't need the cultural fascination, although the development and that'll be the learning anymore either. Brythonic language though, so not too unreasonable. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I'll make it so that they aren't necessarily German culture in the EU4 conversion. I'm not gonna give. Yeah, I'm not giving out favors. Speaking of giving out favors, oh wait, I keep forgetting that this war. We need to finish the war. Oh, that's nice. A little survivor here. Join us on your travels. So let's just take out this. We're not about to cheat on our wife here. Our soulmate, who's mothered almost all of our children. Almost all of our children? He's mothered a lot of children with us. Okay, so that was a disaster of a battle. Okay, so we need to not be rushing this. How did that happen? Okay, so it wasn't me who got captured, but it's somebody who's still important, so that's not good. Help. King of Navarra, King of Wales, King of Yeland, and Teramo. Interesting. Oh, we could be going to this grand tournament. We're at war with the guy running it, so that's unfortunate. We're visiting all these capitals, though. Almost expert wanderer. We just got expert wanderer, so that's awesome. I haven't really found a way to use the wanderer traits in effective ways yet. Sicily has almost as much troops as me. Let's see how this goes. We're so back, Lord Bros. Yeah, thanks. Legus has been doing good work on the Talons in Twilight mod. If you guys are familiar with not Semper Fatalis. You guys are familiar with Project Stressa. Why are we losing so much? Why? Does anybody know why my troops are starving to death? Like, how does this work? I'm in my own country. Why am I losing so much troops? To what? I don't get that at all. We got all these troops here now, though, so we should be good. If we just go in on these guys right now. Oh, okay. Interesting situation. They know that if they stay there, they'll win the defensive battles, so we have to stay back. Now let's go here now. 3, 2, 1, 0. Quickly siege this out too. Generous as a stewardship guy? I guess that makes sense. Let's try spreading them out. Yeah, I tried doing that. I guess I was too stubborn to try it more than one little area though, so. The question is, do we... My allies are saying we should be sieging out this thing here, but... Alright, let's just continue to spread it out a bit. We control the war target, so we should be in a good spot here. Still skull over our head, even though we're spread out decently far. Is there just really not enough room down here? Never had a war like this before. Guess this is what happens when you're really late game. I don't remember the last time I ever played this late in the game. Maybe like when the game first came out and I was going for those achievements. And even when it was that start date, it wasn't with... Oh, okay. We gotta support our ally there. But we gotta siege out that title first. Oh my god. It's a big battle. Look at this. Oh my god. $88. Look at that. That's crazy. Let's quickly siege these out, and then we're not going to go for another war for a while. There's a button to see your supply limit. Really? I never known that. The medic, dead snake, Imiltrud, Termo 9, Void, Give Me a Wand, and Hammer C. There we go. Oh. I figured that the Lord part would be needless when you're going to be a Lord in some way or another soon enough. Uh-oh. You're cradled to sickness. Okay. Holy Roman claim on the Duchy of Spoleto. Okay, great. Now we're going to give this land to... Oh, you're a dynasty member, so I'm going to get a weak hook on you. And you have a claim on the Kingdom of Sicily, so I don't want you to renounce your claims, because I might actually want you to become the King of Sicily in the future. But I'm going to give you the Duchy of Spoleto. I think you're already the Duke of Spoleto, so this is just a formality. But now I can usurp the Kingdom of Romanga, and then take the entirety of Romanga through de jure wars. Because I could do de jure lands, and it would be that. But if I did the entirety of the kingdom, then it would be that. And then I think that I'd still be able to have the Pope here. Maybe I'd give them the kingdom still anyway. Just so that they're like satiated, and like the Pepin's gift or whatever, the borders of the papacy were still there, so the lore makes sense. Oh my god. Okay, but at the same time, look at this. Look at this Eastern Roman Empire chaos. We need to be capitalized on this. We can't just be ignoring this opportunity, can we? Speaking of ignoring this opportunity, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of children that need education. The Termo 9, the gambler. Yeah, so that could be an interesting mercenary character, but like, why would anybody play... Oh, Void is Marshal. That's pretty interesting. Don't know who Give Me Wand is going to be yet. Who's going to educate? Cyrilda, I guess. Scoundrel Contender, Pike Captain Vanguard. This guy was important, especially the Margrave. That was like the Austrian Kingdom one that we made when we discovered that we have Landsknechts and all that stuff. So we should definitely do that. Just take a deep breath for a minute. Take a look at the world. We have the Jewish Merkabahs, which is pretty fun. We have some Shavites all the way up here. Maturides, the only Maturides left really. Confucianism spread out all over the place over here. And then we still have the very strong Islam in the central area, where basically they take turns being the big conqueror. I need some water. I've been yapping so much. This is cool. I don't know if we should go to that though. We don't need the. We don't need it. Bloodthirsty warrior. Yikes. So what did we just learn? Polish, West Slavian. Okay, cool. Cool. Summon the physician. Now the question is, do we want to go in on the Pope? Well, I guess we have to wait for our troops to recover. Do we have a plague go? Oh, right on the capital. Going on that trip now seems kind of like it was the right thing to do. Okay. Please. Oh no. Is this like a really bad measles? I don't want my son to die. He even hates me more. Why? Redouble guards? Rest in peace, Dead Snake. Rest in peace, Hammersea. Yeesh. Yikes. That really sucks. So Void's the new heir. We'll change our vote to be for Void. It'll be interesting having a conqueror as the leader. However, or Baron need to see. Okay. Is it somewhere over here? Supplyment. Okay, there. Thank you. Sorry, I really never cared about that. Speaking of never caring, I thought I was going to be a big builder, and I haven't been building. Just been so caught up with everything else. But now that we don't have a marriage with the Welsh anymore. But all these other people are stupid, and we don't want that. What about Denmark? This guy who's 18. We just need somebody who will have a claim on the thing, right? But it won't pass down. He has an implicit. Well, is he going to be elected compared to his primogeniture? So why isn't he? If it's primogeniture, why isn't he the guy? Oh, that's because it's not the same dynasty. What's going on here? Very Christian North Africa? Yes, indeed. North African king that isn't Christian? Yes, you're correct. Do we have anybody who has claims currently that we could invite somehow? These are weak claims, so they'll pass. The Queen of Bohemia is going to have a claim? No, it won't pass to her though. That's interesting. This like line of Bohemian queens is really interesting to see. These are de Averas, so is he. Well, I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. I'll sway so that we can potentially get a good marriage here, but we could always just do the ye old find marriage alliance power. Yeah, the Sicilians want to do it, to join us. Italians, it makes sense to get the Italians back into the fold. Bavaria, Portugal. Could be good to have the Portuguese completely rounded out. Oh, but the North Africans. Yeah, I think it's time that we start integrating ourselves with the Africans here. Olympia. So, Olympia is the first daughter, and we're similar ages. So, yeah, we'll do that. So now we have an alliance with the Africans here. So that's pretty cool. It'd be nice to see if they made a hybrid culture between the Sicilo-Normans and the Batur. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this EU4 game turns out. It's going to be so interesting. What really sucks is all these people that just died, though. Okay. Speaking of the Bourbons, like, don't we want to be taking out the Savoy and... We can't buy a claim, can we? Well, we used to be able to. So that big thud is us having the ability to construct more. Noted. Oh my god. It's a lot of plagues. Give me a wand being the king of England makes sense. If only he had a son that if only he had a kid that was a daughter here. So maybe we'll keep him in mind. It'd be nice because that way we can put him on England, we can give him England, we can get him married to Wales, and then we have that going on. So that could be good. Somebody was mentioning, I think it might have been Give Me a Wand. There's somebody who was saying that it would make sense to actually focus on a crusade for Egypt instead of Jerusalem, so that there's a contiguous Catholic North Africa, which makes sense to me. So maybe we can do something like that. Oh, King Tord just died of Denmark, so now the Danes are here. It's a strong claim, which means that it will pass to his daughters, which means that this person could be a good marriage candidate for Give Me a Wand, or it could be somebody who's closer in the line of succession here. Ooh, we got a girl boss over here who's gonna try to claim her brother's throne. That's pretty interesting. We need the Holy Roman Empire into the Roman Empire. I kind of like that, but we have to do some peasant uprising. Yeah, but the problem, I just don't know what to do, because if I make them a tributary, wouldn't that be bad? And if I'm doing all de jure lands, wouldn't that be bad too? Peripheral duchy might make more sense, but which peripheral duchy would it be? We have Croatia, we have this. This is a nice border, maybe, but well, let's just do that. We need to be punishing these guys, and we can give this realm to Hungary, and it makes some level of sense given the fact that Hungary historically had claimed Croatia. So we'll do that. Stag of London. Stone Paragon. Did I just like completely misread that? There's a the Hungary to roll. Oh my god, you guys. The Hungarians are German. Oh shit. Uh-oh. So we're gonna try to heed our own advice here, and the advice of everyone is to heed the supply limit. But like the stacks that we have, it's gonna be hard to keep track of all these stacks and how much they. Oh, okay. 'Cause they're just weaker when they're all separated, right? Void is the Lambert. Okay, so the election's going between a bunch of people. I can't believe that we have German Hungarians. What? Really? That easy? Okay. Well, I'll be keeping that in mind. Just get the duchy and give it to this guy. You don't like me, but maybe you like me more when I give you a bunch of land. There you go. Easy. Oh, look at the that border looks way better. You have to admit that border looks really good. Magyar language, unfortunately, yeah. Well, when it comes to EU4, it doesn't matter about the. Okay, now. Oh, you buffoon! You absolute fool! I'm not marrying you. Like, now you know that I'm a threat. Do you want to marry me instead? Tisk tisk. Looks like somebody needs to be reminded of their... Okay, the lower cat. Probably the lower cat number 1. She's getting really good at opening doors by herself. She's just able to jump up and open the door. So instead of getting that big thumping noise, I'm going to quickly open the door for her so that you guys don't have to hear that. But you know she'll be back. And then we'll just have to deal with it then. But when it comes to EU4, the conversion, it only cares about what your heritage is. So there'll be German Danes, German Hungarians, German Welsh, and then that translates over to EU4 to Victoria 2 or 3. And then the Germany tag is way too big. But it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. Yeah, let's start. Let's sway a bunch of people. Can we is there a convinced de jure territory? Oh yeah, wait. There's this like little epic. You can just bestow royal favor to like your heir, and then they get a lot more prestige and stuff. So we'll do that. You know, I actually learned that from my wife because when I bought her Crusader Kings 3 so we could do something together for a bit. She didn't end up sticking to the game, but she is like a really, I wouldn't call her like a min-maxer, but she really likes to play the game well. So she really looks into the game and how to best play it more than like I would. I would just jump into the game and then figure it out as I go, which is kind of crazy to say when I play these really complicated Paradox games. But anyway, like she taught me that thing there, so let's just do that. So, yeah, Lore Mom is a epic gamer, so I'm a lucky man. Yeah, let's go to this grand wedding because we need this stress reduction. So this guy's going to oh, he's temperate and just. Oh my god, look at this guy. He's gonna be the Crusader King. You know, I don't know if you guys play EU4, but I've even been thinking, like, I'm going to be playing the Holy Roman Empire and playing their mechanics. There's a way to centralize the empire, which is usually what people play. But they added this path where you decentralize the empire, and it just becomes this big confederation. You can, like, fight to expand it, but you don't gain any land. You just gain a vassal in the great system. I'm thinking that, like, if I play the EU4, I might even go that decentralization path. Just so that we have like an interesting Victoria scenario where like all these different, especially if it's a multicultural thing here, because we have like Normans here in France. They could, especially if there's no France, they could be forming France, but then it's like, well, it's also core Holy Roman Empire land. And then is the Victorian II era going to be when the Holy Roman Empire fully unites? Just really cool stuff. I'm really excited for this. We need to invest, and then maybe after this we'll go to war with the Pope. Sibyl. Interesting. Yeah, as soon as we hit this stewardship level 2, I'm probably going to change the focus, but I'm not sure where I'd change it to. Maybe diplomacy. But that seems kind of excessive when I have this level of prestige and almost that level of piety. So, and at 32, like the game kind of gets like really. How is he already a rough terrain expert? I think this Void character is gonna be like, if he gets the Conqueror trait, all bets are off. We're going as hard in on the rest of the world as possible. So we'll see how it goes, but. I really want this guy to form the Maghrebi Empire. I think that would be really fun. There, nice. Close family, thoughtful. Let's just do that. Dalmatian. Oh yeah, the Serbians are completely Hellenized, by the way. So that's an interesting scenario there. Maybe he'll have to prove himself somewhere to form it for some. Hold on, Substory Void could be that he only has one duchies because he can't control it. And Kingdom. Yeah, I like that idea. Maybe if we end up playing, we'll try to find a way to incorporate that. I like that idea a lot. Especially when Nordmark is so powerful here. It would be nice if he could marry into Nordmark. There's no like woman currently there. But he's currently married to someone else more important, right? Yeah, the African, yeah. So that'll be interesting. Still not sure what to do with this Denmark situation. Let loose? Yeah, there we go. We want experience in these things. A firm hand, I guess. Oh, look at how much this legend's been spreading. It's already like it's going all the way down the Danube. That's pretty awesome. So I think just for good measure, I'm going to wait until I have the legend completed before I get the Anointed Kingdom of whatever and then make it a big part of the Holy Roman Empire. Probably shouldn't have risked dying at 1% there. That would have been disaster. What's going on here? Barony of Radfield? Right here. Should we be giving Give Me a Wand his own realm to administer now? May as well. Oh, this guy's about to die. We want to revoke the title for being a criminal. There, and we can't do it again because we have a hook on him or something. Well, that's not why, but okay. So now we can give this guy just the Duchy of Essex. So he might not. We'll buff his troops out here too. So he'll have a good realm. You could make him the King of England soon as well. That'll be interesting. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, you're lucky you still have your titles here. Weren't you one of the rebellious vassals? Speaking of lucky to whatever, let's get you married to this guy. So this is kind of like a role play thing here. These vassals here were all one of the biggest peoples who were revolting against our rule here. This is the only realm that we managed to like get under our control somehow. So this is a Habsburg territory, but all these people were kind of rebellious until when I came of age, they started to work together. So this guy is like a remnant of the old English rulers before the Habsburgs came in charge. So then a marriage within the guys, especially when they hold England or London, makes sense. Then we can give him, when he's old enough, the entire kingdom. That way it's like he might only have these two counties now, but I could also give him these later, and then he'll also have an alliance with the biggest character of the country. So I'm gonna go let Lord Cat number 1 back in. I'll be right back. She just looks at me and makes a sound I've never heard before. Like, okay, sorry for trying to get you back inside. We could end this, but no, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so yeah, just wave the hand. So you, oh my god, so she's 14 years old, no education. That sucks. Do you literally just die? No. Donald's grand wedding? Yeah, not when there's a plague going on over there, buddy. We want to invite claimants who might be convinced to convert to Catholicism, because I think that's a prerequisite for the Fourth Crusade. So we're just gonna invite a bunch of people, we're gonna get them to become Catholic, and we're just gonna sit on them. We're not gonna do anything with it. We're just gonna sit on them and let them exist and see what happens. So this guy's already a Catholic claimant. He could become the king of Galicia. Oh, never mind. There's a part of the West Slavians now. Did they manage to get that back? Interesting. Let's get these positions back. Wet nurse is always really good to have, I think. Gives good commands. Yeah, let's do that. About warfare. Martial lifestyle experience? That's pretty good. Let's just get all these things sorted, including the executioner. There we go. Diligent practice. Just for one martial? Want one prowess? Get a stress spray for that? No way. Okay, so now the Emperor of France wants to be married to my sister. Nope. What even happened here? Oh yeah, you had this marriage with the claimant that we had. Republic of Genoa, no, because then that's just a whole mess. Earldom of Thomond, yeah, why not? Might just be one county, but we'll take it. I thought you gave him East Anglia? Yeah, no. Well, we didn't do that. What are we doing here? Ancestral claims on any constability. Any claims gained through illegitimate. What was the ancestral claim? All lands within the title that you have. Okay, so that it's just like a buff to the those weird ones. So like so it's saying that if I did the Roman legacy one, I could get all the titles directly instead of only the top title. That's pretty amazing, actually. If that is actually how it works. Oh my god. This is gonna be quite the Grobes Deutschland über alles. Here we have the Balmish, we have the Hungaro-Tyroleans, maybe even English and Welsh. Yeah, this is... I was worried that the French were going to have a field today, given how much they had it, but now the Germans are just... especially with the Pomeranians potentially getting involved here too. That's a lot. So, and immediately there's a plague as soon as the Bohemians start. Yeah, clash. After all this time, there's still a big the Iberian struggle still going on. A part of this, actually, one of the reasons why I was considering pushing the claims. Oh, sadistic. That's good for a fighter. So is zealous, though. I think zealous makes more sense. If he's temperate just, yeah, there. Look at that. That's epic. And I'm a legendary figure, and I'm almost at 300 baronies, and I have a lot of money, and I need to be spending it. The last few hybridizations, none of them have the German language. Yeah, it is interesting. It makes you wonder, like, why is the language not German, but the culture German? Like, maybe the lore is that the Black Plague really screwed things up, and a bunch of people just moved in, even if they're and they're still like accepting the local customs. Like, I'm not sure how we would do that. And I said I had a lot of money, but now we're starting to run out of money. So that's not going to last there. So we'll just focus on our stuff. Yeah, let's go to this feast. We're getting high in stress. Oh, look, it's on a corner of the map that we haven't visited. So we'll... especially Alex de Chapelle and then Hagen. We want to do that. Well, I guess we could technically do that while we're going there, and then go this way when we're coming back. Oh, that's good. Oh no, more Bohemia Hungarian. Yeah, I know. Bohemians and Hungarians. So no education for a long time, but she still managed to turn out pretty well. That's pretty good. Petty King of Iceland? Okay, what about alliance power? Sicily? But that's our dynasty. We want to be spreading our dynasty. The Wales? That's not... Maybe the Portuguese. That could be interesting. And then we could play, like, Portuguese Hapsburgs. That could be pretty fun. Oof, yeah, that's a big loss there. Upgrade our legend, and then we can complete it. But promoting it costs a lot of money. But what does it do for the baronies? Reinforcement rate and secure save. Okay, interesting. Maybe we'll let it spread a little more, just so that we can flex on our grandfather. Yeah. Their grandfather who so they want Leon. We'll see how this goes. Oh no. Yeah, we're feeling fine. It's not that bad. Alright. There we go. Excellent. Just butter. There we go. Nice and easy. Another landmark to come to soon is those battles that we just fought. Oh, there's a grand tournament that Guy is hosting. That would have been good. Another extra. I'm sick with consumption, but I'm still partying. What a Chad. There we go. That's a really big Navarra, but it's not even Navarrese, it's Castilian. It's a very interesting world in this game. So I haven't seen have a conquer there, I guess. Can I stop my traveling and then go somewhere else? No, I just go home. Okay, so we'll just go home. Am I doing this legend though? I guess I should. Consolidate the kingdom, immediately desert Drifted Kingdom, legendary palace, claim on every title existing in the Holy Roman Empire, and a bunch of legitimacy. Okay. A.E.I.O.U. And then we are going to consolidate the kingdom. Be very careful. What? Oh, okay. Hold on, you guys. I made a mistake. I gotta load an autosave here. Be very careful and not make the kingdom like I said I needed to before I did it. So I'm just gonna load the autosave and immediately do this. So now I don't have to worry about that. We get to fight these battles again, which is nice. Here, we can already do this. So let's just do it. Now we can consolidate the kingdom, and the kingdom of Romanga is Roman. Now that's a very nice looking border here, and these are integrating decently. Not decently enough though. We were running out of time. Are we almost done? Oh, okay. I'll try to integrate Pomerania. I don't think there's any gameplay benefit for this, so we'll see how that goes. Legend artifact, yeah, let's do this, and stewardship, and yeah, that's nice. Legendary building, palace in where? Preferably in the there, Koreans, but that's Bavarian or whatever. It's in the Archduchy of Austria, so, or at least the Duchy of Austria. So we'll see how that goes. Basque is better than it was in real life, which is cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Relatively unaffected by the Black Plague. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, you're right. We're not marrying the French. We want the French to not be big and stable. I was worried that we were gonna not be able to complete this game in time, but we're getting pretty close. Well, not even say really close. Although the night is still young. We could actually probably make it until the end of 1444 here, and that would be really exciting. Yeah, we want all these people to have successors. And we also want them to be really well equipped for the future. Now that we're not controlling a legend, oh yeah, we should be conquering. Well, we're in activity. I'm looking forward to having the Holy Roman Empire actually having Rome and being holy. Okay, so we have the Synodemons here, so we'll have to do. We're gonna have to take care of them. Well, no, but they're stable. This guy, this is after a bunch of civil wars, so this is gonna be interesting. Because we have like equal troop counts. Okay, now that this is done, ancestral claim. Oh, so I can seize all titles. Invasion. Oh, so it's an invasion. Interesting. We just want the de jure lands because they become our vassal, right? I get everything. Really? Well, would I be able to give the papacy back? I'm pretty sure I could. I'm just going to save the game to make sure that I don't do anything weird here with the papacy. I'm pretty sure that I can give the land right back after I take it. I could be wrong. We'll see. Are you being excommunicated for this grave sin? We'll see how that goes. Yeah, oh, that's not great. If I want to ever consider getting the whatchamacallit, the schism ended, I would need to control Rome, so. Kind of crazy that Rome became like the seat of the Christian world, of all places. Carl. You're not going to be called Carl, you're going to be called someone else. Hammersea already has a character named after them. Give Me One already has a character named after him. Maybe I'll look at the Twitch chat. Raymond. I like Raymond. So thank you, Raymond, for watching. I hope your character has an interesting story. Avaricious, but we should probably start doing a different thing here. But where? Like diplomacy, martial, not learning. Maybe we just want to max out. The problem is that this ministerial branch kind of sucks. Like I don't know. I guess having this is good, and then we could make our book here a warfare book, because I'm pretty sure we have one of those. There. So even though the Pope might not have land, they'll just become a landless character, and then we can give them land, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see how this goes. So neighboring ruler. Grant titles. Remains independent. How do I make it? How do I make him my vassal? That's the thing I don't get. He's a king bishop. I gain the contested. I gain. But I don't want it to be gained. I don't get this. I don't know, man. This is weird. Why is Spoleto getting all these lands? Whatever. Anybody know how to do this? I want him to be my vassal. Is there like a vassalized casus belli that I need to be taking? Flexible truces. Where isn't there a forced vassalage? I guess I should have done the diplomacy one, huh? Well, I guess I'll have to wait for that. I'll see how that goes. I'll seek indulgences for my grave sins for what I've done. So I guess he likes me a little more now. I can. Oh, hey, nice. Time to conquer the world. Well, I don't know about that, buddy. Oh, look, we got all the realms of the Holy Roman Empire back. The exclave is gone. Now Westphalia is Westphalia, and the Holy Roman Empire is the Holy Roman Empire. So that's good. Oh my God, why are you using all those troops? What? Okay, so the Erdusids died, so their realms got exclave. They invaded the. Oh my God, they invaded. Oh my God, you guys, this is insane. If I had enough diplomacy and their bonuses, I could diplomatically vassalize and then do war. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to immediately after this is done. 1934, so 4 years from now, I'll need to try it again. Child University, Archimbald. Who's this Archimbald guy? Raymond, my award, send to university, yeah. Okay. Now let's be at peace. Let's build. Well, maybe not too much at peace because we need to significantly diminish the strength of the Eastern Roman Empire. Help me, I'm scared. Oh, Grand Tournament. Let's go to that. So let's take a look. Jerusalem. History. Conquered in the Holy War. 1361. It's every 50 years there's a crusade, right? So it doesn't tell us when the crusade started, but it did start. It did end 30 years ago. What the hell? That's creepy. Sultan of Arabia? Can this be the Fourth Crusade now, please? Is it because I'm traveling that's not happening? Like, what's going on? I don't understand this at all, you guys. Okay, I already loaded a save as soon as the thing started, so I'm not going to go to this thing. I'm going to make sure that I have a bunch of Catholic Eastern Roman empires. The Pope exists and is independent. We want claimants to the throne. Won't accept. You will. Is it that they have to be in the Venetians' court? Because it's the Venetians that proposed this idea? Do I need to send the Venetian ruler a courtier? Can I even do that? No, I can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna try the luck of the draw again, I guess. Did anybody else know how this Fourth Crusade thing works? In case it isn't, you can redirect it to Egypt. Yeah, we'll do that. And I might even like migrate to Egypt and just start playing the okay. My warriors will be ready to fight. And Motrid comes to age. Like it should be like immediate, right? It should be immediately happening, but it's not. So Prince Gerhard of Hungary. Duchess Brunhild's court wanderer. Your relative, a Byzantine claimant, approaches you about redirecting the crusade. Oh, it has to be my relative? But like it could be anybody. So it's just that the conditions weren't met. So for some reason there aren't any conditions that make it possible for the Roman Empire to be claimed by someone. The relative has to be a blood relative. It can't just be a marriage, because I could have married somebody. It had to be an adult. Western feudal, get a pop-up event. There's a Byzantine claimant with the right personality. The DD makes it so sound like there's not a one-off, it can potentially happen repeatedly. Yes, I have this game rule set where it will always do that. Whatever. So what? At this point, like the cards have whatever. The fate has been sealed. Whatever you want to call it. There's no Fourth Crusade. if there's going to be anything that we have to deal with, it'll have to be directly facing this gigantic Eastern Roman Empire that has land in Persia. If you get desperate enough, you could lead Iron Man to consul, but I don't want to do that. That ruins it. I think that at this point, it's a lot better for us to. Why do you have that as well? It would make more sense for us to. It wouldn't make sense for this person to do it because she's zealous. But this person might have. Why isn't it this guy? We could do this and then see the anarchy that follows. Maybe we'll just do that. But let's redirect this. We don't want it to be Arabia. We have had people suggest us go for not any of these. We want to go for the Cairo Sultanate. And this would even potentially get us at war with the Byzantines anyway. So we'll just do that. So we want our troops to be very strong. We don't want to go to a grand tournament because then our troops won't be available. We could play as Prince Caspar of Italy, but then who is the successor in this case? Bishop? Wouldn't be able to press any claims. It would be this person. Doesn't have any. She's lustful. We have this guy who. Aspiring blade master, ego reveler, drunkard though. 48-year-old. No, maybe not him. I think that if we go here, we'll just have Egypt be Egypt. We won't continue to play as these guys. We'll do this. Ludolf makes sense. Okay, I just had to be more patient. This is it. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. But now the question is, everybody, if we win this war, are we going to be the Latin emperors? Or are we going to be the Holy Roman emperors still? Discord festers among the warriors of Christ, for the heathen is mighty. The Mediterranean crossing shall cost us dearly, and the shipbuilder of Corsica is a harsh and cutting creditor. Queen Anglia of Sicily details a rather different enterprise. Their combined zeal, why should we not instead install the claimant Angela onto the throne of the Eastern Roman Empire? Though she is attempting to lead a crusade, Pope Urbanus has granted this venture the blessing of St. Peter. Oh. If I only as the leader, when the great holy wars, you and other willing attackers will be removed from it. You will lead a crusader war for imperial claim. You may be able to create the Latin Empire. If I just count me on the willing, I know if I'm the leader, it means that I could just abandon the Holy Roman Empire and just be the Latin Emperor. Which would be pretty interesting, but I don't know if I want to be that as this character. I think that even though this character might be patient and stubborn and like builder oriented, I think he would be on the understanding of that the Eastern Roman Empire needs to fall. So desperate enough to get, yeah. So that's good. I'm really glad that this worked out. So let's see here. What are we thinking? Are we? We'll be the leader. We'll be the leader. No time to get our knights all decked out. We could probably take these people. Hold court. Yeah, I might as well just do. Oh, oops. This is the first time I think I've ever pressed that button. As the Knights Templar are joining, yeah. So this is gonna be a stomp, I think. So the King of Hungary is also the King of Wallachia. I'm still casting my vote for Void, right? It would be nice if Void became the guy, but I'm very excited. But wait, who's the claimant now? Is it really gonna be this Ludolf guy? Who should it be? It can't be any of these guys. This brilliant strategist makes sense for it to be him, but he doesn't really have a Kingdom of Italy. He doesn't really have much going on for him. Then we have Gilbert, who is a drunkard, but he's ambitious and sadistic, which I suppose makes sense. Ulrich just came of age. He's temperate, humble, and deceitful. Might not make sense. Enelric. He's Sicilo-Norman, which might not be the best. Hello, Spender. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. My prisoner. What? Why are you my prisoner? You're possessed. Who is this guy? Okay, I'm intrigued at who this character is. You can get him married to someone really good too. He's Sicilo-Norman. That's not the best. Ezzo, whatever. And then Elric. Now you're my courtier. Find spouse. Alliance power. Why isn't anybody good showing up? Whatever. Let's do this. Maybe if you find someone in the main branch of the Hapsburgs and play as them, maybe. I have a question. Yeah, what's the question? Eight rulers are joining our venture. That's good. 10 months. I guess we could have had enough time to maybe do some training, but we'll just wait. Marshal available. Well, now that I'm doing this big battle now, I wish I had all this stuff in not this thing. I could have gotten extra buffs to our troops here. It's unfortunate. This is going to be a very interesting game, I'll tell you that. Now that he's 13, he's starting to be seen as more of an accepted leader here. This is good. Guterre. Okay, so wait, so did this guy just somehow was not existing anymore for some unfortunate reason, then we'd have Hapsburgs on the throne of Portugal too, is what you're saying. That's very interesting. If you do switch over to the Latin Empire, I would like if you got your son's affairs in order. Give Void Pomerania, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do that before we transfer. You know, Frisia is the next ruler. Yeah. I might still stay with the Austrians just because of the like roleplay of it, but I'll do my best to like get the Latin Empire to be as strong as possible through like alliances and stuff like that. 18. Okay, this is going to end very poorly. And she's even losing the this war here. It's interesting. We redirected it to Cairo, and then we're also going for the Eastern Roman Empire. So there's the possibility that we managed to do both. Oh, she's a beautiful woman who got imprisoned. Interesting. Okay, here. Pope Urbanus calls we won't answer, not yet. Instead, under Kaiser Dead Snake's direction, we marched in the Eastern Roman Empire, where pilgrims will board Corso Sardengi ships. Countless heraldic shields hung on fore aft castles, sheathed in leather and withstanding the sea. Made war horses are led below deck as if in flower, great sails spread out to reach the sun. Elsewhere, columns of crusaders set out on the cross, so the ancient road leads them eastwards. Let us avenge the Trojans. Let the Greeks quiver in their palaces. Let them bow to Angela Sindanus Obelessa, their rightful liege, and we crusaders as their deliverers. Glory to God in the highest. We're bordering right here, so let's just get in there. I'm pretty sure that we just can occupy any territory of theirs and it counts towards us being their butts. So the thing that's interesting is that I think that if we beat this war in time, we can still participate in the crusade. So we can have both. We can do both. It'd be nice if we get a vote. Oh, sorry, hold on. I want to read what Spender was saying. I usually start as a small county, working my way to Holy Roman Empire. When I try to get claims and titles to them, all I see them wrong is I'm playing a lot missing. I feel like there's always tiny things that makes everything easier. So there's so much in the game I don't know where to start. When I try to get claims of kingdoms to conquer, I see them playing. There's a lot I'm missing. Like, what? In what way do you feel like it's missing? Like, do you feel like you aren't like you're just not playing the game effectively? That you keep losing your realm to like vassals and stuff? Because the thing is that like for the first 200 years of this campaign, I managed to get to become the Archduke of Austria with literally no offensive wars. I would have joined a crusade, but I never pressed the declare war button. Since then I stopped doing that because I managed to have a lot more fun doing this more roleplay oriented game. It might look like I expanded a lot, but this Kingdom of England was like inherited, so was the Kingdom of Pomerania. I pushed my relatives' claim for Hungary and the West Slavian Empire, but I didn't put them in my dynasty. So we have like a very powerful, if we look at this, oh, von Nordgau. Okay, so they diverged their dynasty, but I think that if we can, I think we can go, oh, maybe not. Well, regardless, the Hapsburgs are really in Sicily, Holy Roman Empire, West Slavia. There's a lot of renown that's being generated from all these different people. 2 emperors, 1 king, 6 dukes, and 1 baron, and a bunch of people by marriage. There's a lot of different play styles that you can play the game. Not one of them is better than the other. I personally really like playing in Western Europe and playing with the like Frankish succession laws of dividing up your realm between all of your brothers and all that stuff. There's a lot of fun you can have in other places in the world, but it seems like, I don't know, it's always been to me that it's designed around this sort of play style. I wish I could help you more. I feel like I am trying to, at least I have a general idea of what you're trying to say, but I might not be able to truly get you in the way that you might want. So who won this Battle of Radistos? It looks like we might not be getting the, we might not be the ones claiming the throne here. You know what? That's fine. I'd like to see somebody else on the throne of the Latin Empire, but we'll see how that goes. Sorry if I haven't been able to be more help, but hopefully you can get some interesting... Oh, look at this. Termo 9 is a brilliant strategist, arrogant and ambitious. Maybe Termo 9 is the... would be a better... Oh, what? Okay, so she's not the... I can't make her the preferred claimant? Well, hopefully while you're watching this, you'll be able to pick up on a bunch of things that might help you play the game better. I would be the best. You would, but for some reason I'm not able to give you to anybody. Maybe I could make you the Queen of England. I mean, Queen of Egypt. I feel like I'm taking over the world over in the hardest way I can get through a kingdom claim to start a Dutch scheme, hit 2 months to declare war and take the kingdom. Yeah, so you're playing the game and you're winning really hard at it because you are using the best mechanics, the most effective tactics available, literally meta. That's the acronym for meta. Using the most effective tactics available to play and win the game. But you feel like something's missing because you are not getting the depth of the gameplay that other people might have. Is that right? Am I on the right track here to understand what your plight is? Sorry for sounding pretentious for saying plight. I immediately regret it. Well, the thing that I think, there's actually this Crusader Kings video that I watched. I hope, I don't know if I can find it. I want to, hold on. I'm going to, just for you, I want to see if I can find this YouTube video really quick. I want to make the stream, hold on. Okay, there's this video, it's called How to Enjoy Crusader Kings 3 Again. It's 5 minutes, 54 seconds. I've watched the video, I liked the video, and the thing about the video, I don't remember everything that was said. Oh look, the medic had a daughter. Here, I'll make you the medic's kid there. When you play the game, I like to play Crusader Kings as if it's a role-playing game. I might not be doing as much role-playing as I would in another more role-play heavy scenario, but whenever I approach the situation, instead of thinking about it like, oh, how do I make the character rule, like, I don't hunt for achievements anymore. I used to, and those were fun. But I'll say the most fun I had playing an achievement was the A.E.I.O.U. achievement, where you have to not declare any hostile wars. And that was a really difficult challenge because I wasn't able to just marry in to get the kingdom claim, request the claim from the Pope or whatever, and get all that stuff done. Like, I wasn't able to do it that way. I had to play it the hard way. I had to really consider what I was doing and why I would be doing it, with a roleplay reason. Oh, okay, hold on. Chatting time's over. We have some Greeks to kill. Oh, maybe the Hohenstaufens will already do it for us though. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So here's the thing that I'm doing here. These are like significant events, so obviously I'm like recording them as they are needed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like actually getting into it. I don't usually read every event, but if you had the patience for it, I would consider that. And then if you find that like you're min-maxing the game too hard, there are mods that literally like hide information. So like I could make a good decision knowing that I have 34 learning, or this character has 34 learning, or that I'm quick. There's this mod called Obfuscate that literally hides as much information as possible. And that way, when it even hides the ability for you to process the percentage chances of you succeeding in an event. So you have to just gamble based off of what you think might be your character's ability to do it, or just do full role play. What would your character do? Maybe they wouldn't actually be able to do it, but maybe they're too headstrong or stubborn to believe that they can't do something. So then they try to push over a big log and then they get their leg chopped off or whatever, right? Okay, hold on. I'm forgiving so I can... We'll just do this. Hold on. Wait, what? So we could either just like not let it happen and just do it, or we just do this. The Latin Empire will be granted to your choice of holder. Okay, so here we go. Baptized by fire, we assault Constantinople. I will rule. Nope. We're not giving everything over to there. King Amamu. Who is this? He's the guy who initially had the idea. That could be interesting. Kinsman. Uruk. This is the guy who's like crazy. So that could be interesting. He's possessed. Why is he... He has all these epic prowess things, but only has 11. That's weird. Humbert. No. Ulrich. Huh? No. We'll do Elric. Because this seems kind of crazy what'll happen here. There we go. Yes. Excellent. Hooray. And now we can join the Crusade, which hasn't even... the -4. Now I'll join the army of St. George. Now the troops might be a little more balanced. No, we're still actually way outnumbered. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe we'll get Crusader King traits and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's take a look here. We have Despotate of Bulgaria. We have Despotate of Greece. I mean, we have this. We have a lot of different kingdoms. This is the historic kingdom that did that. The Room are not actually Room. Oh, Catholic Ruthenians. That's interesting. Yeah, this is a big cluster F. Look at this. Bogomils. That's interesting too. Okay, well, good luck, Latin Empire. Sicilo-Norman, so that'll be interesting. All right. Oh, but now we need a beneficiary, and surely it'll be Termo 9. The rightful queen. Oh, there's a ruler of Athens. A Norman. That's cool. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to spoiler Byzantium now, yeah. So far, I mean, it seems good so far. The size, actually being a leader, I still have to learn. Yeah, I get that. Alright, let's get going. Now, would we play as the Kingdom of Egypt is the thing. I don't know. I think that we're just going to do Holy Roman Empire just throughout the entire thing. Because, like, what are we going to do within the last, like, 40 years of the game that isn't something that we could have done already, right? Interesting. Crazy that this person has so much resistance to the murder scheme. I guess I'm used to having a really high intrigue. 39 years. I can't believe how young I am. I might be able to play the entire game as this character. Like, this could be our last reigning character. It's crazy to think about. It barely happens for me. Brabantian. Yeah, it makes sense he has all those... He's a Crusader. I should be a Crusader too, shouldn't I? Or maybe Void. Yeah, we want Void to be the Crusader King. So we'll force Void to be the Crusader, and that'll be cool. And his sister will become the Queen of Egypt. Talking a lot as if... Okay, yeah, so now the game is chugging a bit here because of how much we... These Tyrolean siege weapons, man, I cannot believe how effective they are. It's almost too effective. Almost like, when were you born? June? Okay, we should be okay. April, May, oh, May, June? I don't know. Am I going to be too greedy? Let's see. June 20th. Level 3, that's okay. How do I force you to become a ruler? A leader. Are you here? There. There. You a Crusader now? Yes, you are. Okay, and then I'm running you straight into... Run. Run, my son. Ah! Uh-oh. Maybe our son needed to be there, though. What is going on here? Okay, we need to play this safe. What is going on here? 47,000 troops. So these troops are not that effective. But why? Owners slightly in debt? Oh. Because I promised them in a grand wedding, but he's currently in an army, and if I retract him, then it's not going to go. So hopefully yeah, there. That seems a lot more of an effective thing here. But they're being reinforced by a lot of troops. But then again, we're splitting out their attention over here. You have a lot of people here that we could kill right away if we do it fast. Our son, Void. Come on. There, okay, good. Let's get them all out of the fight. There, that's great. There we go. Good, good. Might win this, you guys. That's awesome. Void will definitely win the election with his prowess of leading a crusade. Leading troops in the crusade for Egypt. Let's occupy Cairo. Make way for the new queen of Egypt. Term 09. There we go. Hold on. After the crusade, it might be good to see if you still have the guy with the claim of the Kingdom of Ireland. France and Westphalia are your only potential rivals now. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that done. So Term 09, congratulations. You are a Crusader Queen. You are a brilliant strategist, zealous, arrogant and ambitious, reckless, rough terrain expert. Look at that. You're matrilineally married to the Duke of Athens. Very good, very good. But I will not be playing as you because I do not want to leave here. But I will ally you because you're my daughter. So there's the crusade is immediately lost because of whatever BS. And because of how well my son did in his battles, even though he's ill, you definitely deserve the entire kingdom of Pomerania now. So talk about proving yourself, right? Now you're one of the reasons why we have a crusade that even succeeded. Now let's give you all your vassals. Nordmark and Valletta. And let's do your grand wedding. This is all about you. Look at this. Let's get everybody here. Let's get a really good person to, oh, we can vassalize Ossory. I don't even need to get the claimant. I can, now that I can vassalize Ossory, I can usurp the entire kingdom. And now I can press de jure claims. So that's interesting. Once this guy's of age, I'll make him the king of Essex, king of England. But now I'm even wondering, like, what if Raymond was the ruler of Austria? Hey, look at, oh my god, look at this. It's so beautiful. South Scythia, really? Is that really? That's a custom culture. That's so cool. They're not. No, they're okay. Why do you have so little money? What's going on with you? Can we be allies? You have a kid already. That's good. V2. Interesting. Can we go? Yeah, so now we can go this. I don't know if we could have done it for a while, but we'll do this. Majesty? No, we don't need that. Fertility? Maybe. Fertility is good. We don't need much more diplomatic points here. But let's definitely change this to be that 40% diplomacy. 30. There's a 30% one. But we'll keep them ID. Well, no, we won't because we have 13. So maybe we should do this. Not about warfare. Not about this. Lifestyle, diplomacy. Yeah, there. This is the one. Okay, so now we have a lot of diplomatic points that we're going to be earning, and we want forced vassalage. Hold on. I love the Latin Empire. Yeah, I love that Latin Empire too. It's a really cool part of history. I have to go now. Bye, Termo9. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad that you got to see yourself become the ruler of Egypt, Crusader Egypt. Pretty cool to see. Independence War. Okay. So basically everybody wants to be independent. Oh my god. How did they even declare this war? I guess it's because of how many troops I have. How did he manage to get in a situation where every single one of your vassals doesn't want to be a part of your realm anymore? Like, at that point, do you really deserve to be that? I don't know. A true ruler offer vassalization acceptance 20. 39. If he's intimidated, he speaks the same language. I have a high legitimacy. Difference in military strength. I might need to still go down the force though, so I'll just do this. We're going down for these three. That should be plenty, especially with all the bonuses we have to our diplomacy here. Oh, died due to stress. Now the only person left is Spender. You're gonna become the the King of Portugal, the Hapsburg King of Portugal. Look at that. And this is I really like this part about the game, like it's just the cool things that happen. Like in this campaign, I was about to form the Archduchy of Austria, and then I accidentally died during a joust, and I thought about restarting, but then I'm like, no, that like I can't just go, oh, those not fair, because if I just restart whenever it's not fair, then like what story am I really telling here? Like, what am I learning? Oh, the Duchy of Venice wants to be a vassal? Interesting. I guess it makes sense. Hold on, we have a lot of money. Look at an obscene amount of money. I think that's from the Crusades that we won, which makes sense, I guess. After we give all this land to the King of England, though, I'm wondering where we should be getting our next territory. I guess we have all these claims on all these different realms that we could be pressing. I kind of want this Kingdom of Italy to be ruled by somebody who's Tyrolean, so maybe I'll make Raymond the future King of Italy, which means that he needs an alliance with somebody strong. So maybe we'll do this. We're beyond the point of like spreading our dynasty through wars and stuff. That being said, I do really want Burgundy to... Oh my god, there's somebody here with a claim. No, not really, actually. How did this guy become the King of Burgundy? Viceroy. The French are administrative. The French are administrative. That is very, very interesting. Okay. I want to help out Termo 9 with that Ashari uprising, but I also want to finish up this war. It would be nice to get that diplomacy true. Oh, that's a lot. Queen Anglia? Yeah. There. Just gotta siege this out quickly, and that's that independence war done. Now let's go help out with this revolt. Fertility is nice to have, I guess. Legendary Reveler? Yeah, look at that. Not only am I known for my grand ambitions to... Oh my god, what? Defending against the Dissolution War 100%. The Latin Empire... Okay. Well, it was fun while it lasted. The Latin Empire is immediately destroyed. Damn it. Well, I guess I could have been more involved in that, but what I really want is the Eastern Roman Empire to be fragmented, so we have at least some attempt to be able to... And I'm not going to become Italian. No way I'm doing that. But anyway, even though we lost the Latin Empire, we still have the fact that the entire thing fell apart. So now we have a chance. And you know, this Duchy of Thrace or whatever, all the Nicaeans, they could reform the Byzantine Empire, you know? It's not out of the question there. But what we do need to do is we need to capitalize on the fact that the French are administrative and use the fact that they have free casus bellis, really, to take these two duchies. So this is what I'm going to do when it comes to the borders of Francia. They're an empire, whatever, we'll just deal with that. We'll cope with that. We're going to take Savoy and Transjordania, give them to the Duke of Carenzia, and then hopefully they form the Kingdom of Switzerland, which means that we'll have a nice big Switzerland going into the converter, and we'll also connect with this distant Duchy of Auvergne. The fact that these people are all the way here is crazy. Anyway, I could adopt centralized imagery. I'm not going to do that, but it's interesting to see. Sicilia will not be a full Hapsburg. Yeah, let's build a city. I'm gonna hold on to my claim over Italy for a while. I'm just gonna like let it sit over and hang over his head for a bit. But is that really the right thing to do? It would make sense. I want my kids to have all their big kingdom titles, and I want them to form their big hybrid cultures. Void being such a Chad is awesome, though. I love that. Yeah, rest in peace, Latin Empire. You lasted 2 seconds. I guess it didn't make much sense putting somebody with a lunacy in charge of the thing. Especially like, why did he lose that much money right away? Did he like lose a war? Speaking of losing a war, can I? Whoa. If I did actually go for the true ruler, I could have gotten that guy vassalized peacefully. Maybe we'll try doing that. The Sicilians are really leading something. It's not going to do anything. Oh, there, look. Batur Sicilo-Norman. That is a very small culture that barely exists. They're Berber, though. So we have a hybrid culture here. That's pretty interesting. I wish that spread more, but It'd be interesting is getting Raymond, oh, but Raymond already has a marriage. It'd be nice to get somebody married into here, Spender, the future king of Portugal. Maybe not. Oh, okay. No, we're not. That was a mistake. We're not doing that. I somehow quickly became administrative. We're not doing that. This is why we're not Iron Man. We don't want to do that stuff like that. That being said, if this is a multiplayer game, I would have definitely needed to eat that. Can vassalize this guy because this guy's also the king of Wallachia. But do I want him to be the king of Wallachia? I guess he kind of has to be. I don't know. Like, it's just that he could form the Empire of Carpathia is the only thing. Let's sway the king of Bulgaria of Croatia here, and let's adopt centralized. Oh, what? Really? You can just earn that? That's interesting. You're about to be of age. I'll give you a bunch of titles, but where am I getting the rest of my titles? I could just rule Italy directly. Indoja. Why are we even rivals? Like, I've become obese. Interesting. I guess it's because I'm such a partier. Oh, well, yeah, wait. Seize peripheral duchy. I can... Oh, look at that. Armagnac? I don't want to do that. Oh. If they're fighting a civil war, can I claim the entirety of a duchy? How do I get this claim here? Claimants. Invite to court. Nope. Send gift. Invite to court. Nope. So the thing about administrative realms is when they have this administrative situation set up, it's hard to get foreign claims. I could buy claims if I had the learning, but I don't have the learning. Pope Urbanus. Kingdom of Bohemia. I could rule all these lands directly, but I don't know if I want to do that. Frisia. It would be nice to get these big Frisians a little less powerful, but I don't know I want to be doing that either. I have all these different duchies that I can claim. Franconia. Interesting. Did it only give me claims on the kingdoms? Okay, I don't get that. Let's see here. Give me a wand, comes of age. Oh, look at that. Brilliant strategist. We got some warriors on in our ranks here. Okay, give me a wand. I'm going to, given your birthright and your namesake, give you the kingdom of England. There you go. And because you're going to have this guy as your ally, because you're literally betrothed, there's going to be no issue there. And you have a very strong realm. Congratulations on becoming the King of England. I know you will do a great job. But now the question is, I have 4 counties. Oh, I have a bunch of baronies. Let's revoke these baronies. I probably have not exactly enough baronies, really. And Freistadt. There we go. And now we can just build up all this stuff, and they'll have really high development because we're all close to our capital here. And yeah, it's going good. Just nice and chill. We're patient. Our whole thing to take out the Eastern Roman Empire. I guess it succeeded in a way, but there's not much else for us to do right now. Yeah, congratulations on the marriage. This Bulgarians. Oh, they control Constantinople. The Bulgarians might be forming Eastern Roman Empire. Maybe they need this. What is this? Neapolitan seizure of... Okay. Who are you married to again? The Duke of Athens? Kaiser Dead Snake. Join me in Queen Catalina's claim on the Duchy of Galicia. Okay, so you're expanding further. Alright. At this point of the game, yeah, we kind of just won, I feel. But there's a lot of really cool things that we get to see how everything turns out. I want to play it to the end. I was thinking about just making it a time lapse or something. Maybe that is what we'll end up doing if I don't end up streaming this next weekend. But then, yeah, the game is done. It seems kind of like a waste not to go all the way though. So can't form an empire to your title when you're an empire, so you're fine. Okay, I guess that's good. It'd be nice if we could become a saint, just for the sake of becoming a saint. I want Portugal to get their de jure territories here, especially now that it's just going to pass straight down the line here. With that, it's a stack wipe now. Maybe when the year hits 14,000, we'll I don't know. That one session that we had, where it was like, let's do 50 years. It ended up being like 30, so maybe we'll just go as far as we can. Maybe another half hour or so. We don't have enough stress for anything to really make a difference. Oh, okay, so she is Butor Sicilian Norman, and it's still in this Hodna. Like, it's not even hot. It's like, oh, poor guy. He's very upset with this turn of events. Wait. My wife. There's a bunch of little kids, so it's not going to be okay. But it could be that way. But I don't think I'll press the claim. I think it might make sense for like one of my kids to want to have the claim pressed, but not me. Now there's this mistake I kept having. Oh, these are both Landsknechts now, so that's not Conroy, Armored Horseman. Yeah, okay, well I guess we'll just be buffing out this. No, I don't want my mare to die. Ali, it's an interesting name for somebody in the Holy Roman Empire. And let's see if we can vassalize the Pope. He's at war. Attacking for the earldom of Somerset. Interesting. administrative governorship of England. Sorry, the Viceroy of Burgundy. Can I seize peripheral duchy now? Yeah, because they're fighting a civil war. Interesting. I like that dynamic. So let's just take out this thing, and then maybe hopefully soon we'll be able to take out the other thing, and we'll be good to go. I really like that dynamic. If there's a civil war, then you can do it, but not if you're not doing it. So there's seek indulgences. You know, why not? Isn't seeking indulgences like the biggest like cop-out thing in the world? Like, it's like something that only like a I don't know. I really want there we go. Raymond got Confider, that's good. Oh, rest in peace, Elo Alonzes. You have very, very successful children, but now it's time for a new wife. We could just marry the like 1, 2, 3 daughter. I'm gonna just not do that. Petty Kingdom of Iceland, Santiago. That's just a barony, right? Westphalia? No. Oh, Dano-Saxon. Kingdom of Denmark. Let's do that. Yes, it's kind of crazy, but 50-year-old and a 16-year-old. There's different rules for people when they're rulers of the world. It's the Holy Roman Empire. There we go. So, Transjordania. This place used to be our home, and we finally have it back. And I want to give it directly to this guy, but I fear that if I do, then it will just be a problem. So, who's this? Sibyl's bodyguard? The second in line, so if you die, then it just goes straight to them. So maybe I'll give it to you, and I'm not gonna give him the duchy. I'm giving him the county, and the reason why is because then I can give the vassalage to this guy, so that when when this guy somehow unfortunately dies through no impact of my own, and I lose my truce with them, then I can give everything to them. It'll be good. We gotta demand conversion from all these recent new vassals here. I'm surprised that they haven't demanded it yet. Oh, look at that! The Eastern Roman Empire is back, and it was the Byzantine. It was the Bulgarian administrative realm that did it, and they have all those de jure claims. So much for that. They're right back, but they're far weaker. No, we're not doing that. Might make sense because I don't have anybody to do it with currently, but no, doesn't make sense. Well, we're at 1400, but I still want to keep going. I got Aargau back. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, and it's under Hapsburg rule. It's crazy. We're all descended from one great-great-great-grandmother. What she managed to accomplish. What is this for again? Someone's claim on Francia? It would be interesting to have the French realm split between like the Burgundy here, and then the Burgundies up here, and then the province of Burgundy ruled by Hapsburgs. Look at that. That's interesting. And then Aquitaine? No, not Hapsburgs. So they used to be Hapsburgs, I think. Grand wedding? Might as well. Oh, we're not at war, and if I give you money, you'll become my vassal with 1 point of acceptance. Alright, we got the Pope as our vassal, you guys. Woo! Alright, now we're gonna give you the Kingdom of Romanga. And you can do whatever you please with that. So now the Holy Roman Empire is holy and Roman. So I'm very happy with that. Let's see here. Wow, 4,000. So even if this guy doesn't live, the Burgundians are going to become the rulers, and then just take. Well, no, they have to be in a civil war of some kind. Ali is actually interesting. Raymond Patient, yeah. So the Greeks are still in charge of everything. The religions, yeah, interesting. Living legends, yeah, that's good. And then legendary watchtowers are a pretty good thing, so we might even do another legend for that. I could transfer Prince of the Sardino, yeah, so there we go. Queen Anglia, come our friend. Oh. Duchy of Venice. Wah, wah. And then we can just give that to someone else. Like Ludbert. And let's give you the duchy too. There we go. Extra renown for the dynasty. Oh, what? What happened here? Lost it immediately, so it's not too big of a deal. So we have the stewardship, we have this. Go back to Marshall, I guess, because we got the vassalage that we wanted. Makes sense. Now let's change our royal court here to be that war one. There we go. Gotta keep playing the long game. It's crazy to see that we're in 1400 now. Very excited. Nice. Flexible truces, huh? That could be pretty good. How convenient. The fact that there's always been an eternal fight between the Burgundians and the French for rulership over the entire thing is kind of crazy to me. Let's keep building. Every building that we build, all the development here is going to translate into the EU4 game, and we want Vienna to be very prosperous. It's kind of sucks that the Latin Empire immediately died, but, you know, I also accept the fact that they definitely deserve it at this point, like how far they've come. Interesting that he's only the timid, given the fact that he literally reunited the entire thing. And it'll be hard for him to do this because he has to fight all these wars. But it's the de jure war, so he'll be able to take it all. So no wonder he's doing so well. So maybe we should try to see if we can get an alliance with these people. Because that way we can prevent them from being directly involved. Grandson? No, it's not going to be an alliance. Can we negotiate an alliance? Proposed alliance. He's at war. Okay. No, you're at war too. Well, that... the Duchy of Moldavia. We could fight for the kingdom. We could fight for this too. Prevent them from doing it, but it's not de jure territory, so it's not a problem. I don't know. We'll see. Uh-oh. A really bad plague just spawned. What? 2 really bad plagues? At once? Malcolm's coughs. Satan's pestilence. Oh my god. That's crazy. So that happens when you're a big empire, I suppose. This is scary. The Eastern Romans are not even slightly deterred. They're just gonna get everything back. I think that's the big that's what we should be having the dramatic, scary music about here, not the other thing. Ancient Moldava for the Eastern Romans call the week. Yeah, maybe. I think that like we have been kind of like too docile. We should be securing our position on the Dnieper. Character's patient, but he's not stupid. He's even leading the troops. Interesting. This Hungarian better like me a lot. We got him a lot of land just now. Let's see if we can. No. We already pulled that with him. We don't need the help. Thank you though. Why am I killing this guy again? I had truces. We don't need that anymore because the Bourbons are ruling that, but that's probably not going to be. That's probably not going to be a thing. Generous? If he's going diplomacy, then generous makes sense. That's not. What? Right. No, this is the right way to go. There we go. Done. So then we could take this little itty bitty part, and then we'll have we'll break apart their dominance over the Black Sea. It's just, I don't know. It's a big map. It's a really big map. Isn't satisfying, and it'll break apart when we go into EU4. But I don't know. Maybe I could release them, but then if I release them, they'll just get conquered. So it's kind of the way it is. It is what it is. Raymond. Compassionate. Yeah, sure. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened here? King Mazowix. Piast. So you're telling me that the Hapsburgs have lost their domain over... Interesting. Oh wow, there's no more Czech. There's one Hungaro-Czech province here, but now the rest of it's gone. So the Habsburgs have lost their West Slavia. The Novgorodians just spawned out of nowhere. Whole new dynasty. Ooh, Samkara Confederation. That's cool. The actual... Oh, there's so many cool things happening in this save. I love this. Thank you for the gift. There we go. I don't have a marriage yet, but I could get the Dano-Saxons in the fold by pressing this person's claim. Wow, the borders are looking very, very clean now. We had an alliance with these people, but that didn't work out. This guy's the grandson of England, and we could marry him to the Queen of Wales. There we go. And get that sorted out. That's pretty good. What's going on here? Yeah, it looks like they're just continuously going in. Oh, but they're fighting a civil war, so this could be the time that we seize the peripheral duchy of Tyrus. We could do this way, but I'm pretty sure that's less effective. We'll see, though. Cheese? Hi, cheese. What is going on here? We want this this Catholic Dalmatian Ruthenian. This is interesting. We want these people to exist. Don't I want this to not happen? How do I prevent this from happening? My grandson. The future King of Portugal, also King of Westphalia. Why wouldn't it make... It makes more sense for it to be this guy, but the age difference is not appropriate. So I guess it has to be Spender. And now we can prevent this tragedy from befalling our dynasty. This is the sort of stuff that the Hapsburgs would do, so I'm very content doing it this way. Offer to join war. Yes. Take them out. Uh-oh. Boom. Okay, that's that solved. Going. Yeah, we don't want Duke Pedro's claim of the Kingdom of Portugal. Navarre's clash. Interesting. We want as many troops as we can to get over here again. We want an actual... Why are we so... It's because they're all mustering over there. Now they're starting to get a little worried. Uh-oh. They found out. It was nice while it lasted. Patience for Spender? Or forgiving? Yeah, forgiving is good. Trusting maybe not so much, but forgiving, yes. We have to help his, the Portuguese, though. We can't just be over here. And inconclusively... Okay, so the West Slavians still hold, and they're married to some... Oh, but look at this epic opportunity we're missing out for the French. We could get the Kingdom of... that sucks. But let's just go over here. We gotta help our... we gotta help these guys out. This guy is fighting for the claim, so we gotta kill this Coimbra guy. Sucks that our, I guess that, it doesn't matter though, right? It's just Galicia, so still Castilian. No, they took Braganza. It's unfortunate. But we can take out this guy, no problem. What is this? A.E.I.O.'s claim on the... What the hell? And I'm defending against this guy who's attacking... For what? You just not? Like, what is this? We probably can just dictate get a bunch of levies to go with us. Yeah. Raymond, nice. You're gonna be the future king of Italy, aren't you? Oh, what? Okay, that's not good. How did all those troops get there? Can we just white peace this? I really don't care for this war at all. Let's get this guy eliminated. There we go. Oh, we have a grand wedding to do? I guess with the, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Sucks that we missed out on this opportunity to deal with the French. But maybe we'll be able to handle it. I want to see if we can form a Sicily. Oh, they're formed Transjordania. Shoot, that's really bad. We can just revoke it. You can just revoke it and then give it to someone else. That's okay. Should have thought of that. Could have just made them single ones. That would have been a problem. Shouldn't the bishop be the pope? Like, why do I have to make the pope the marshal or something? Like, what is this? Oh, we got a Raymond. Yeah, Raymond and Savoy. Oh wait, no, it's me. Who's the grand marriage? Okay, so now, oh, it's me and her. Okay, well, sure. 52 years old. Who's all here? Oxbridge, congratulations. Wait, no, Thistle makes more sense. Let's do Thistle. They're capital letters for you. Cheese. Maybe I should have just called it cheese. We're kind of rushing it now, aren't we? Let's see here. The Portuguese, it could be interesting. They might not even get the chance to become Hapsburg, but it would be interesting if they did. Oh my God! Look at this virtuous, compassionate spender. And we have a direct alliance with West Slavia. Novgorod broke free. That is just the way it is. Eastern Roman Empire is huge. The kingdoms here, Croatia and Serbia, are holding out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Another soulmate? Reincarnation of our wife? Well, hopefully not. Vassalize the petty kingdom of Duke North, and I can give the vassalage over here. Okay, interesting. Wales just completely gone. What is this, a populist leader? Got a grandson? Now you can be Oxbridge. Okay. I do. Here we go. After this grand wedding, I will wrap it up, and then we'll probably have our last session next weekend. Really excited to see how this game turns out. We'll look at the rest of the world in a bit. Queen Termo 9. Oh yeah, we have an entire Crusader queen over here. Their own branch of the dynasty. still the Duke of Athens, so they'll have a landing part here. Maybe the Egyptians here can be the restorers of the Latin Empire. Emperor Archibald. Yeah, I don't want to be friends with this guy. I want to take Savoy. It's nice to have overseer because of the extra stewardship. What? So we had a kid before. When this person unfortunately died, then we'll be able to get Denmark in there, and then it'll be great that we have all the Germanic people under one empire. It makes sense to me. We'll hold court and then we'll finish here. Yeah, we don't care about the Swabians. We'll do that and that. Okay. Great. Alright. Let's take a look at the world. We have the Holy Roman Empire being extremely powerful. We managed to get almost all of the Italian peninsula. We could, but I feel like we're not going to really do much more expanding. The scholar is pretty stubborn. He just wants to develop the countries and counties and all that. We'll just, while we're talking about everything here, we're at the point now where we want to not be map painting, even though it is really fun to do. There's a lot of things that do make sense, like if we're fighting directly and we're positioning ourselves directly against the Eastern Roman Empire, it makes sense for us to have a fortified position along the Dnieper, and that, not the Dnieper, the Danube. And then we have the Danube, and then we have to go here, and then this is our fortified position. We probably want to have an increased buffer zone with these places, but we're probably going to try to marry them so that they're our allies. Westphalia isn't much of a threat anymore, given the fact that they could just end up being the future emperors. Like, we could get Spender to be the emperor, right? And then he could, well, maybe he wouldn't be the Archduke of Austria. Well, that's not good, having the Duchy of Northumberland. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. Even if they might not be ruling the Archduchy of Austria, we'll have a Portuguese, Westphalia. The potential for all these things to be what are these personal unions is crazy. We have the ability to revoke all these things. We could do our initial plan of revoking the Italian kingdom and then give it to Raymond. Raymond would be a pretty good candidate for this sort of thing. He's married to, he's the heir. Oh, really? Okay. So that's interesting. So the would-be heir is going to be married to the will-be king, and there's nothing he can do about it. That's interesting. And then their kids will have claims on these titles, so they'll be able to consolidate it pretty well. Interesting. We got our home country back again. Our crazy, awesome county of Aargau, so that's really cool to have that back. England has been consolidated. We have our son Void, the Crusader King of Pomerania. Well deserved. He has all these weak claims to a bunch of different claims in Iberia. Maybe we'll push one or two. Same with his brother, the King of England, aptly named after the first Hapsburg King of England, so that's pretty cool. We have their sister, who's a Crusader Queen, Termo 9, who has a very, very fruitful dynasty already being spawned, and she has a direct... Oh, the HRE had Sicily before? Oh, maybe we'll have to take Sicily. But Termo 9 here, she has a very interesting part of her realm here all to herself. Could have an interesting dynasty here. She also has claims on all these Iberian kingdoms, so that'll be interesting to see. The Duke of Athens is still here, allied with Egypt. They'll have a little beachhead, and maybe in EU4 they could restore the Latin Empire. It'll be interesting to see. These Bulgarian guys managed to reconquer the Eastern Roman Empire after the lunatic just made it all fall apart. So, yeah, really interesting session today. Oh yeah, the Batur Sicilian Normans exist, and they have more than one county now. They have 3. Wow. Well, I'm glad that they spawned anyway. We had the Welsh become Germans, we had the Hungarians become Germans, we had the Bohemians become Germans, and hopefully we'll have the Cisalpine becoming Germans, and we'll just have a bunch of Germans. It'll be really interesting to see how that turns out. But yeah, let's look at the rest of the world. Novgorodian, separate from Russian, but the rulers there are Polish, so that'll be interesting to see. The Egyptians, we have some hybrid cultures going on with that. We could reform to rule, couldn't we? No. Only in 21 years. Wow. Anyway, Hindustani, Persian and Punjabi. And we have, of course, my favorite, the Mongolic Kanajuli Mongols here, ruling the Red Horde, which, despite the Catholic Crusades, still seem to be strong and consolidating their territory, so good on them. How are the Jews doing? We have not so many Jews here anymore. There are still some around in the nomadic regions, so good luck to them. Egyptians are converting their religion, which is nice. We'll have a nice North African and like a Mediterranean of Catholicism and Orthodoxy. So that's a pretty good way to have that turn out, I think. I have one little Tengri here. But yeah, I think that is everything. So, oh, well, look at this, Armenians all the way up here. You know, there's a lot of really cool itty bitty things that I'm really excited. I hope that things turn out really well here, and we have a really interesting world, because it's looking like it will be. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Really fun this time. Glad I got to do it today. And then I won't see you Friday, but I will probably see you on the 6th or the 7th. We'll see how that goes. Well, again, thank you everyone very much for watching. Hope you have a good night. Goodbye.